welcome back to Valkyrie Flight, our Star Trek Adventures campaign that we record here on, my channel really. But let's introduce the group who plays. I'm not the captain, I am the captain of the show, but I am the GM, and I will get through this, I swear, without making any more mistakes.
No pressure.
And no pressure whatsoever. And, let's start with the actual captain.
Hi, I'm Adcon, and I'm bringing the camp back to captain.
Let's jump to our doctor.
I'm Skyshep, and I play Dr. Kalani Jar.
Our chief engineer.
Hi, I'm Sir Boulevard, playing Lieutenant Commander Mazaka, sort of.
Our science officer.
Hi, I'm Bookwormy, and I'm playing Lieutenant Commander Thazareth.
And our tactical / security officer.
Phoenix Blue here as Lieutenant Commander Safan.
Alright, and so we pick up. We're just running a quick one-shot here since, as you could probably hear, so Boulevard's a bit sick, so he basically isn't up to GMing, but we've dragged him along, and he'll be able to play Mzaka. So that's why we're doing this instead of going to Cassini Project. But we're going to pick up soon after our last completion of a successful mission, driving off some Romulans, Commander Pellis, and resulting in a unusual revelation about the nature of the captain's heritage. So I do believe that we'll start off with the Doctor and Thasarath having a cup of tea.
Do you want to be in your quarters, my quarters?
I figure you extended the invitation, so I'll go to your quarters. I'll ring the chime on the door.
Come in.
And I just step through the threshold. My hands are behind my back. Commander Thazareth.
Dr. Jar, please come sit.
Of course. And she sits down.
Is it all right if I call you Kalani when we're not on duty?
Sure. I mean, you've been inside my head, so I don't see why not.
You can call me Lisan.
Lisan. I like that.
It's been a bit of a day.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether I should bow and call him Majesty.
I think somehow that would make it even more uncomfortable.
Probably so, but it's one of those things that I think to myself wickedly, privately, and I just kind of give a little bit of a wink.
Yeah, I guess I've never really had to deal with something like this before.
Neither have I. Actually, haven't met any royalty. Well, not in the Federation, at least. My second host was a diplomat and actually met with royalty of protectorate species of the Federation, but a lot of times governments were democratic and not a monarchy.
Lots of worlds have done away with the old ways, as it were.
Indeed.
But I actually wanted to just have a chat. See what you were doing, I don't know, on your off time. If I don't have many friends, as it were.
I'm still settling in myself. I tend to keep to myself my books, my medical journals, but I've been encouraged by certain events to expand my social circle.
Just like a slow eyebrow raise and a sip of tea.
And Kalani just wraps her hands around her cup of tea. I was actually got a message from the Symbiosis Commission back on Trill.
That seems, I don't want to say tense, but unexpected, perhaps.
No, I was expecting it. There's a ritual that happens every time a host is joined, and I've been joined a while now, but because of the circumstances of my separation from the Symbiosis Commission, I haven't really wanted to go back to Trill. But the Symbiosis Commission gave me my yearly reminder that I have not returned to perform this ritual. And part of it is I don't want to go back to Trill just yet, and part of it is I kind of need some help, but it's very personal. You know what I mean?
I think I do. I know the hesitance when it comes to some traditional aspects of life. I know that sometimes involving people can make things awkward.
Right. Well, I've been spending some time with Safan, actually. He's been helping me open up a little bit more. And I've been helping him with his recent revelation as well.
That's good. I wonder how he's doing after all of this today.
Well, if anything, he's going to want to stick a security detail on the captain at all times.
I didn't mean about that, but that probably would make the most logical sense.
As for the revelations on his heritage, I think since it's come out to the rest of the crew and nobody's really treating him any differently, that has eased the nerves is not really the Vulcan way to describe it, but it has certainly assuaged any doubts that he might have had.
Well, I've offered to him to talk to me about any questions he might have regarding mixed heritage.
That's right. You are mixed heritage too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good. You'll have something to bond over. And Kalani just takes a sip of tea.
I'm glad that at least some of his more, I suppose, medical concerns might be alleviated by talking with you.
Right. And we're also doing some therapy to help get any help relax him, at least physically as well.
That's good. And if you need help with this ritual and I'm able to do anything, please let me know.
Yeah, I actually I had asked Stefan to assist as well, and I think given the fact that I've also shared a mind meld bond with you, that you'd probably be another logical choice for this ritual. I would be very grateful if you would when the time comes.
Absolutely. Personally, though, I'm looking forward to a little bit of, I don't know, downtime.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I've put in a bit of a requisition. One of my children is almost finished graduating, so I'm hopeful to see them soon.
From Starfleet Academy?
No, just almost done at, well, one of my partners has been homeschooling them on Starbase One, and they're hoping to start at Starfleet in the next year.
Oh, well, congratulations. Getting into Starfleet is not a small task, even with my resume with the Symbiosis Commission and already having my MD. It was a difficult application process.
I know that when I transferred over from the Defense Force, it was a long process, but I had several people give me good recommendations, and I'm hoping that having a parent in Starfleet and, you know, several amazing, great, I mean, I'm boasting, but.
Oh, I'm sure they're well deserved. But I wouldn't have pegged you for having been in the Defense Forces. I mean, being a pacifist.
Well, pacifism starts from somewhere, Dr. Shar.
Understood.
But for now, we should just, I don't know. Part of me wants to make a joke of it and get him some sort of ostentatious crown.
Jesus Christ.
I can imagine the look on his face now. It would not be pleasant.
The airlocks will be busy for weeks.
I mean, if you could do it, but have him not figure out it was you.
I'm sure there are ways.
Nobody expects the ANR science officer.
Just kind of wink.
Well, it's been good talking to you. Listen.
We should do this again. And yeah.
For sure. I look forward to our R&R time.
Well, once it's finally approved, it would be nice to finally see you off the ship.
Yeah, we've been going full tilt since I arrived, haven't we?
Since I arrived as well.
Yeah, we could all use it.
If you see the Lieutenant Commander, tell him I said hello. And tell him if he needs to talk to me that I'm here.
Of course. He and I have been growing close, I think. As much as you can with a Vulcan, I guess.
They can be surprisingly open when they want to be.
I found that. But anyway, I should get back to sick bay.
Have a good evening.
You as well.
Alright, so as you leave, Sir Boulevard, what has Mzaka been up to?
It's around this time actually Mizaka contacts Dr. Jar to come to his quarters for a medical consultation.
Okay, and she will change her course from going back to sickbay to going to Misaka's quarters.
Yeah. So when you enter his quarters, you suddenly notice that, like, he usually keeps them pretty tidy, but they're in total disarray, and he does not look too good when you walk in.
And she kind of raises her eyebrows as she walks in slowly, not wanting to, breach any boundaries. And she stays by the door. She says, Lieutenant Commander Mzaka, are you all right?
No, but I will be eventually.
Okay. I she goes to reach for her medical tricorder.
I can tell you exactly what's going on, Doctor. You could probably be spared the tricorder unless you want it for the record.
She refolds the tricorder and puts it back in her hip holster. And she goes, well, what's going on?
And so he leans in and he whispers it to you, and I'm going to put it in chat so that you can do the response for our viewers at home.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, and I assume that Kalani does know how this goes for Cations because she has a xenobiology focus.
Pretty much lock him in his room for the next week. If he needs to go on duty for some urgent thing, there's a hypo, but he'll be pissed off the whole time.
I will write you a doctor's note.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And good luck. If you need anything, just let me know.
Unless you plan to bring me a husband, I think I'll be fine.
Right. And, of course, doctor-patient confidentiality. That goes without saying.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And she kind of just, slips quietly out of his quarters and starts composing a message to the captain on her pad.
Okay, what does it read?
It reads, due to medical reasons, Lieutenant Commander Mzaka is prescribed bed rest for the next week. If he needs to urgently go on duty, I can medicate him, but I would strongly advise letting this ride out.
About a minute later. Received, acknowledged, understood.
And she just nods and puts the pad down in her office.
Meanwhile, Safan's communicator chirps.
Commander Safan here. Go ahead.
In my office now!
Simply raises an eyebrow and... A moment, a minor action later. Captain, you wish to see me?
Why did I get back on duty to find 2 security personnel following me everywhere around the ship?
Captain, given the revelations, I felt it best to ensure you had a security detail at all times.
No! There is a reason I didn't tell anybody about that. Because I don't want to be treated like something I'm not. Okay?
Captain, I can assure you, you are not being treated as something you are not. However,
I'm pretty
it
treated
is
like
my obligation to treat you as something that you are.
Okay, let's put it in the simplest terms. The only thing I want to be treated as, and the only title that has ever mattered to me, is my rank, which is captain. And captains don't require a security detail on their own fucking ship.
Safan considers this.
How about this? It's an order.
Very well, Captain.
Good. And I know they're going to talk. Let it be known. The only thing I ever want to be called on this ship is Captain. Or Ted, if we're in a better mood. Nobody better call me anything else. And you can see he's actually got his his eyes a little bit bloodshot and his voice a little bit hoarse from probably screaming a little bit in his office.
I might suggest Commander Rogeson would be a good vector for making that sentiment known to the crew.
Rogeson knows. She knows.
Indeed.
And yeah, she is a terrible gossip.
There has been a shipwide memo about this that has just recently gone out saying it's just please it basically just contains please refer to the captain only as captain. It's pretty straightforward. Everyone knows what it's about, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so putting it simply and as straightforward as I can, I was not given the title that was referred to by choice. I've never even been to Delphi, and I want nothing to do with them
It
at
is
all.
my understanding that such titles are hereditary and typically not assigned by choice.
Yes and no. It's weird. It's look it up sometime. It's really weird. Esoteric.
I shall.
Okay, yeah, you probably will. He's just like trying really hard to hold it in. And okay, so give me a second. Okay. While I'm here, and I feel a little bit better, and you may have to go apologize to those two guys I screamed at. So, what was the deal with the Romulan vessel that you took out in one single phaser volley?
Since we entered the Shackleton Expanse, Captain, I have had my security and tactical teams performing drills, practicing for combat against a Romulan vessel. They have no doubt studied the weak points of a Dideridex-class warbird, as I have.
I understand that. But I believe when that time came, I gave you the order to bloody their nose, not shatter it.
If you would like, Captain, I can direct our crews to reduce their phaser power the next time we are in combat with a Dideridex-class warbird. However, my tactical simulations predict that will not end well.
Zafon, it's the implications of the action. You understand. That may have been the first time the Romulan Star Empire came into contact with an Akira-class vessel. And we literally destroyed one of their largest ships. You understand the implications of something like that.
You will forgive me, Captain, if I have difficulty understanding the implications beyond the tactical.
That's fair. Needless to say, this may, in fact, rise tensions between this United Federation of Planets and the Roman Star Empire, and may cause another arms race. We obviously Wolf 359 kicked us in the high gear in terms of our weaponry and our defensive capabilities, but that's going to have an effect on our neighboring powers. We're seeing similar effects from the Klingon Star Empire. While the Romulans are always secretive as hell, they've certainly noticed our buildup of munitions. They came into contact with our current abilities, and they probably found themselves wanting. And they're probably even seeing us as more of a threat than they were previously. I didn't want to destroy the ship. I wanted to drive it away. By destroying it, we've essentially said that we are stronger than them, and they've, as paranoid as they are already, it's just going to get worse. The idea isn't to use overwhelming force, but a measured amount.
I fear, Captain, if they had been given the opportunity to return fire, we would not be having this conversation.
Maybe not. But I felt, in my opinion, it was worth the risk, rather than increasing tensions between our two governments.
I will keep that in mind in the event that we encounter another Romulan warbird.
Thank you. Just what we do even out here affects everyone else. That's how it's always been. All right, you're
Is there
dismissed.
anything further, Captain?
No.
Very well.
Alright, so Captain, you receive orders. I'm assuming there's nothing else you want to do?
Nothing else that comes to my mind.
You're receiving orders to return back to Narendra Station for a bit of R&R. Just to settle the station and make use of whatever facilities there are. Apparently, they've also decided that the quantum the photon torpedoes of the ship should be upgraded to quantum, so there is a supply of those ready.
Msaka's gonna be mad. He's gonna miss that retrofit.
So they're ready to start being loaded onto the ship. That's all for now. So let's. Are you going to return back?
Yeah, obviously we gotta follow orders.
Okay. Make Alvarado do a control con roll for me.
Alrighty.
And engines con for the Valkyrie.
Control con, the one thing he ever does.
What's the difficulty?
2.
Okay. Oof, that one was a 19.
Is the ship rolling as well?
Yeah, the
Yes,
ship
it
is
is.
rolling engines con.
Maybe the better question is who's rolling for the ship?
Yeah,
I've got it.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
sweet.
You get a momentum.
Nice. Good old crit.
So you're making good way towards Narendra Station when you're receiving a hail.
Oh, hell, on screen.
Upcomes on the screen is Captain Mupwl, Klingon commanding officer of the I.K.S. Mupwl, who the Valkyrie has before your time encountered and seen around while they were at Narendra Station.
Oh. Captain, what can we do for you?
Here, congratulations are in order, Captain. It's showing off at the Derridex. It's quite an accomplishment.
Well, when you threaten Protectorate of the Federation, there's going to be some blowback.
Yes. Well, it is unfortunately not the reason why I called to congratulate you, but merely a happy coincidence. Recently, we've had some troubles with some Orions. Details are unimportant, but we have tracked them down, but unable to pinpoint their location. With the reputation and what I've seen of the Valkyrie, your crew and your ship would seem to be the best equipped for this task.
Are we talking about members of the Syndicate here?
Possibly, we do not know for sure, but likely.
Not that I doubt you, Captain, but do you have a list of what crimes they've been accused of?
He stares at you for a moment. Very well. They have stolen some Klingon Defense Force equipment. We will transmit the information we have collected to you.
Thank you. I'd be most appreciative.
A small data packet arrives showing basically security clearance photos. You don't actually see their faces, but there's basically a female and a male. Ryan, green skin, typical. The male's pretty bulky. The female's pretty slender. As they're running through a Klingon vessel. The details is that they were captured a part of a raid on a syndicate which involved slavery and other untoward activities, and they were captured in the process and pretty much escaped with a Klingon shuttlecraft. That's the information.
I don't believe those shuttlecraft can travel very far, right? Even if they were capable, like they're like what, warp 1.2?
I think the runabouts can do up to warp 5.
The Klingon runabouts? The Klingon Sound runabouts?
Oh, Klingon runabouts. Yeah.
So
Klingons have birds of prey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you have is that these small vessels are generally short range. They're basically troop movers. So like for a ground invasion or to deploy large numbers of troops to invade a facility or whatever. The Klingons, these are getting large amount of people down on the ground quickly. The system that the Mupwl currently has one that has been it's been probed, as in it's been surveyed, but no detailed analysis of it has been done. The Klingons are very certain that they're in the system somewhere, but somehow once left the Orions had fallen off their senses.
No, Captain, we'll be more than happy to assist, but isn't asking for us to help a little bit overkill? A little bit like hunting down a target with a photon torpedo?
You find them, we will capture them.
All right, yeah, no, we'll do our part.
Okay. So as part of the information packet, there was the coordinates of the system therein. It is called the Sigma Octanus -8339.
Commander Stefan, just as a precautionary measure, could you go ahead and verify the efficacy of the data packet?
Verifying now, Captain. Our Klingon ally seems remarkably well informed to know of our encounter with the Romulans.
What it tells me is that our encounter with the Romulans made news. Plus, Klingons love their battles.
Indeed.
The idea of an Akira-class taking down a Romulan warbird, I'm sure has been right and fully embellished by now. Or probably a topic of a couple poems. Maybe an opera, if we're lucky.
Perhaps we should take our shore leave on Kronos instead of Risa.
Oh yes, I'm sure it'll be much more habitable. Everybody loves Gach, right?
Okay, do a reason security, Stefan, backed up by computers. security.
Reason security. Okay, what's my difficulty?
The difficulty will be 3.
All right. Is the ship assisting on this?
The ship will be assisting, yes. And
All right.
you
I'd like to
can,
take a.
someone else can
Uh,
assist on this if they want to as well.
Can Thesarth assist on this?
Yes.
I can try.
For you, yeah, I'll allow you to do an insight science for Thesarth.
Okay. And I'm gonna take
Alright.
take our momentum.
Okay, take the one
That's
momentum
all right.
that we have.
Yep.
Okay, roll.
And I'm assuming none of my focuses apply.
Let me double check, but I do not think so. No, none of your focuses will apply.
What about mine? Well, it wouldn't matter. I didn't roll low enough. All right.
Yeah,
Someone needs to roll for the ship.
Yeah, I would allow espionage, but since you didn't roll,
Yeah, it didn't matter.
he's gonna roll
for
for
the ship.
Doc, you want it? All right, give me a sec. Hang on. Ship's
Sure.
rolling. Computers what? Computer security?
Computer security.
Cool. Oh, it's already on there. Let's see. Did someone do it already? No? Okay.
Nope.
Computer security, focus yes.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right.
So
Got our
you
momentum
get,
back.
the momentum is back. The information does seem valid. There hasn't been any shenanigans that you can tell with the information. This does seem to be as it was recorded.
Captain, information checks out.
Guess it was just coincidence then. All right, take us in. Follow that ship.
All right. So as Alvarado exits and readjusts the course to meet up with the Klingons, you find the U.S.S. Valkyrie is at the edge of the Sigma Octana system, and I don't have a. This was a bit rushed since this is a one shot, so I don't have a icon for the Klingon war vessel. But as soon as the Valkyrie arrives, the Mupwl decloaks. It's a I think it was a Akira-class bird of prey.
Ooh.
I don't remember that class. I don't know. It was big, small, tough, itty bitty. What?
It's a Defiant-esque ship, really.
No, that's the Burrell. The Cavort is a Burrell that's scaled up to the size of a galaxy.
Oh, it's a big one.
Uh-huh.
And they're asking for our help? I mean, we probably have better sensors.
They don't have Federation sensors.
Yeah, Federation sensors are probably better than anything else in the system. Or in the quadrant.
All right. So as you enter the system, the basic layout is before you. There's an ice world on the far edge of the system. There's an asteroid belt that leans in between. Hang on. Sorry, there. Between that and the next planet. The next two planets are barren rocky worlds. Cold but not ice. They don't have any like form of water on them, but they're cold and barren and lifeless piece of rocks. There is like volcanic activity on the inner one, whereas the outer one has a large moon. So if there was water, there would be very strong tidal effects, which does. You're not entirely sure what kind of effects that would have on that particular planet. But the furthest planet in is actually a terrestrial Earth-like world, M-class, and it's all orbiting a red dwarf star. So this red dwarf is actually pretty small comparatively, and the terrestrial world is like about a quarter closer to the sun than Earth is. So it's like 0.25 AU away.
My gut's telling me that they're probably on the M-class world. What do we think? Scan that first, and then scan the others?
Do you think ice planets are not habitable, Captain?
Well, I was thinking if I was building a secret base, I'd probably build it on the M-class world.
If they build it underground, the class of world need not be a determining factor.
That's true, if they had the resources to build it underground.
Indeed.
Let's do the Ice Class 1 first, just because we're here. What is the name of the Klingon ship vessel again?
The Mupwl.
Alright, let's inform the Mupwl of our plans. Let's ask if they want to come stay on patrol in case any ships are fleeing. They can probably take them first.
Just roll a command presence check.
Okay.
Difficulty
Have command
2.
presence.
I will allow you to do assistance of the ship communications command.
All right, I'm gonna grab a die for cautious.
Okay.
Because I can do that now. Alrighty, and 2.
Okay, and someone roll for the ship. Communications command.
I got it.
Oh, that was presence command. What's your command roll?
Oh, 5. So no, it's not a difference. The last one was 18.
Okay.
What's the ship rolling again?
Communications command.
Communications command. Got it. All right. 1 from the ship.
Okay, so we get the momentum back, and Captain Mupwl just silently nods as the command screen as the hail disconnects.
Well, he seems nice. All the screaming that I usually expect. All right, Alvarado, take us in towards the ice. Take us in towards the ice planet. Let's get some scanning done.
All right, so you move into orbit. I'm not gonna make Alvarado roll.
Yeah, we're already in the system. All right.
And time.
We are in your wheelhouse.
So I need to change the layer. Oh, damn it! What did I just do? I don't know what
We're
I
in
just did.
space.
Use the undo button. It's a thing.
Where is it?
Well,
Control Z.
I'm trying to Control Z, but that's a
Oh, is it in gear?
There we go. There, that's better.
We could just theater of the mind it. That's fine.
There we go. So I brought the background to the token layer, not the token to the map layer.
Ah.
Okay, so now the Valkyrie is in orbit around the ice planet. Thesaurus, do your stuff. I'm going to allow your astrometrics focus to apply.
cool. Reason science?
Reason science backed up by sensors. Let's go engineering.
All right. May I take a dice for cautious?
You may. Okay.
And what's the ship rolling again?
Uh,
Engineering,
Sensor.
sensors engineering.
Yeah.
Okay.
3.
Okay. So as actually, you do detect some kind of underground facility as you're scanning the ice planet.
I'm very familiar with ice planets.
So this is it's too far underground to really get a you get a momentum at the moment. You can actually spend what question you want to do as your science thing. Free science off the one.
Can I tell if it's powered geothermically?
There does seem to be some kind of it's not geothermal, but there is some kind of energy source that you're not quite picking up exactly what it is. It's not geothermal, but there is something.
Well, Captain, there is something under the ice.
Are you able to detect any life signs?
I can try to do a secondary scan for life signs, yes.
And also see if we can possibly beam down to it.
We don't know how dense the ice is, but it might be possible.
Just to see if it's possible, yeah.
Alright, well, for this, you can just spend a momentum for this information if you want.
Both questions or just the one?
I will allow both questions.
I say we spend it.
All right.
Well, we get the one question for free anyway, so...
Well, my one
already.
question for free was if it was powered geothermically.
Oh, right. Okay, my bad.
I
Okay.
need to take studious so I can get more bang for my buck.
So what you find is that there are life signs, but you think there's two. You're not able to pinpoint exactly where or what where or what they are or their exact numbers. It's more of a general. You think that there's one hotspot and there's another hotspot, but there might be more than one person at those hotspots. You're not sure.
It's more just blobs of heat than anything.
Yeah, it's more just generic energy blobs on this, what you're able to do at this test, which leads you to believe that there is some kind of energy scattering device involved. So trying to hide the presence of the base and hide what's in the base, and potentially as a defense against just transporting in.
And what about the composition of the ice?
The ice itself is not particularly the issue. It's just basic water. Water ice, so it doesn't affect the transporter signal too much. It's just mainly the whatever the scattering is. It would be the biggest problem for transporters.
So it's an active effect, it's not just being too deep onto the ice.
Yeah, it is an active effect. Well, I mean, there would be some assistance, but not enough to make any mechanical difference.
Sounds like we need to send an away team down there.
Preferably in a shuttle, given the likely presence of a dampening field.
Yeah, we should obviously inform our Klingon compatriots of this information. Ask them if they want to send an away team themselves, or we should do the honors.
Can Cavorts land?
They say these are the ones that are around the Galaxy class level, right?
Yeah, but it's still a bird of prey, which makes me wonder.
They're not considered birds of prey. They're considered cruisers. They're basically like a knockoff Vorcha.
Okay.
Who's a
Probably not.
cavorte that attacked
I'm pretty sure I've
Sally
got it
Ride.
wrong then, but I can't remember enough of the details to. I forgot to pull it up, so we'll just say it's the. Say it's the cruiser.
It's a scale 5 ship. Just to be clear, I'm looking at the stats right here.
Yeah, so it's about as big as the Akira.
If it's landing, it's probably not coming back up.
Klingons also tend not to enjoy the cold, Captain.
Yeah. So.
Well, regardless, we still need to offer them the opportunity of battle.
Mm.
I don't know, retain good relations.
All right. So you hail them. What are you going to say?
Captain, we believe we found your missing Orions. We think we found a base under the ice on this planetoid.
As you say that, you see his face crumple up. Do an insight command.
Damn it! I'm out of momentum. I don't have any focuses. Shit. Okay, let's have to wing it.
This will just be a difficulty one.
You say that.
No, I mean.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay, so you can tell he is conflicted. He wants to go down and get there, but the ice and the conditions are not conducive to it. So as he crumples his face up, it takes a moment and Valkyrie, it seems that perhaps you are more suited to this task. He's letting you go, but he's not particularly happy about letting you take the lead on this.
Well, Captain, if it suits your needs better, you can always beam over to our ship while we take the runabout down, and you can come with our away team. There's no reason why we can't both share the honor.
He actually smiles and nods. I'll beam over shortly.
Okay. All right, Valkyrie out. Savon, I believe you have an away team to prepare.
What, Captain, before that, it might be prudent to find out just how deep under the ice this is and how the away team will reach it.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
You would know it is. You would know from the scans it's a couple hundred meters. So what's that in feet?
A couple 100 feet, let's be honest.
Let's say 1,000 feet. I think it's about 1,000 feet down. Which would make it 300 meters.
Can we tell if there's like an open path or if something needs to be done?
It's about 650 feet. Yeah. Anyway, you were saying.
So there doesn't seem to be a direct line to it. It would you would have to create your pathway.
No, the criminals certainly got into the base somehow. There has to be an opening.
Well, they more than likely beamed themselves inside and then turned on the scatter array.
Plus the fact that they have the coordinates means they have an easy way in, whereas we do not.
And we don't have a Kumari on our hands.
You think a sustained phaser blast from the runabout might melt an ice enough in order to make an opening?
It would be noticeable.
Well, we have 2 ships out there. They're not running away anytime soon.
And it's by this time that Captain Cool beams over with two other Klingon officers.
Roxon, if you could bring him up to the bridge, please.
Isa, she goes down and collects and escorts them back up.
I'm going to call a meeting at this point in the conference room.
Okay, so
Everybody in there, don't start sharing information like we're supposed to in Star Trek.
so Captain Cool comes in with his officers, and then you direct everyone into the conference room to plan what's going to happen next.
Yep, we'll bring the Klingons up to speed. We found the facility. We think what they probably did is landed and then beamed into it, which then they activated their scattering field, which will make infiltration difficult, but not impossible. But it does mean that any sort of infiltration will probably be looking at a fight, which should be good news for them.
We don't know how many there are, which is annoying, but
Based on heat signatures, we can make an estimation, though, right? Commander Thesareth?
Not quite. The signatures were too amorphous.
So we know there are at least two, but knowing that, a decent security team would be more than enough to take on what I'm reading here.
I would propose 2 security teams. One Starfleet and one Klingon, so that we are not in one another's way.
Stepping on one another's toes, I believe the human phrase is.
Indeed. In addition, that gives us one security detail for each of the 2 concentrations of heat signatures we found.
Klingon nods. Captain Cool nods. Very well. Seems we have a plan.
There may be a way for me, with Commander Misaka's help, to modify our phasers to more easily break through the ice.
Oh, Thesareth, Mizaka's kind of down for the count for the week. You'll have to contact Achara. Yeah.
Well, with Chara's help then. I am capable of working in the cold fairly easily, but
once we're in the ice, the cold should be less of an issue.
Yes, once you tend to get away from the winds and more into shelter, it tends not to be too much of a problem.
And
I wonder if there is a way that we could work a more large-scale type of... If this were back on Andoria, we would have equipment, but...
We could theoretically bore a hole into the ice from orbit.
It is possible, but it's imprecise, and it's also noticeable.
I don't know about imprecise.
Have you ever tried?
And I'm looking at Safran at this point.
I will defer to Commander Thesareth's expertise on this matter, Captain.
Fair enough.
Firing a photon or torpedo or even a phaser blast is, in some senses, you'll have to forgive this outdated metaphor, but rather like firing a buckshot at a canvas.
What if Commander, what would happen if we were to tighten the beam radius but lower the power? Do you believe that would prove effective?
It could, yes. Is there a way to... How large of a circumference would it make?
I'm thinking we could probably get it within a meter, like about a 1 meter circumference.
That would be better. The larger the circumference, the more likely it is for the ice to crack and collapse.
And dissipate, right. From there, it would require simply repelling in.
We should do it slightly away from the complex and then try to either find tunnels if they have some or make our own.
Agreed. Pack of stun grenades might also not be out of place here.
Do we have anything that could knock out their disruptor field from distance?
You would have to know where it is and destroy that.
A photon torpedo detonated just above the ionosphere could create an EMP, but given the insulation and the distance, it may not be effective.
Could we recalibrate a stun grenade?
That would be more of an engineering question than a tactical question, I'm afraid.
I imagine we probably have Kachara here at this point, but yeah.
We found engineering.
Zaka, Sebulba, do you want to do Kachara for now, or?
I guess it will have to be Kachara or play one of the Klingons. I don't care.
Alright, yeah, you might as well take over Kachara for now. And we can switch things up. So Kachara gets called up to the... Does Kachara get called up to the conference, or they're just through the comms?
Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
I think Ted said he was calling him up to the conference.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he's basically chief engineer while Mzaka's down, so yeah, he'd be in the meeting already.
Okay, yeah, so he's been there the whole time then.
Just wondering why everyone keeps calling him up to the bridge. Like, I'm on the bridge already.
It's kind of hard to miss the 7-foot-tall golden bird man.
What do you think? Could a recalibration work with a stun grenade?
It's possible. Tactics, however, is not really my expertise, and either is drilling through ice.
So, if you wanted to do a inside engineering...
Yeah, that's probably what he would end up doing.
Difficulty 2?
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So the main issue with the stun grenade is the radius. You're not really sure. You'd have to get it close enough to whatever the thing is, and it's probably going to be maybe 20-30 meters, which from like a radius or effective radius. So you're not really sure whether that'll... I mean, it's just a matter of placement. Will the grenade reach the... will be in radius of whatever's controlling the dampening field.
Okay, so I'm going to regurgitate that.
Well, then at that point, it's just easier to bring the field down manually.
Yeah. Probably a better idea if we just do security teams. Sweep and clear. It's the best way to handle all the unknowns, and with the noise he'll be making just trying to get into the facility in the first place. Unless someone else has a better idea, I mean.
No, I believe that Lieutenant Commander Safan's idea of boring through and then making our way on foot is a good idea. And then the two teams it makes sense.
Well, it sounds good to me if everyone else is on board.
Alright, so there's only one last question. Who's going on the away team?
That is Safan's choice. Who is not here, apparently.
Was I muted? I was muted.
You
Oh
were
no!
muted.
No, that's okay. How good is our deputy chief engineer with a phaser?
That'll be Basil will answer that because
Yeah. No. Okay.
Okay.
I think maybe Rogeson would be a good bet.
Not terribly great, but not bad.
What's Rogson's engineering rating?
Rogson's got decent science, command, engineering. In terms of disciplines. Pretty good control, but pretty poor security.
I don't think Rogson will need to fight.
Yeah, Captain, I would suggest Commander Rogeson, Commander Thazareth, and a 2-person security detail, in addition to myself.
All right. Sounds good to me. And Captain, I assume you want something similar.
Who's going to be flying?
Probably Alvarado, because Alvarado is the pilot. And with Mzaka down, it'll have to be Alvarado who's flying a runabout.
Alrighty then.
What's Alvarado's con?
Alvarado's con is 4.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the highest he can have right now.
Because he's untapped potential.
Yep, he's just an ensign. Actually, I don't think he even has that. He has no talents.
Because I was going to say mine is 3, but...
Which isn't bad.
Yeah.
It isn't bad, but his main job is to fly the ship, so...
Yeah.
That's the one thing he does.
You
on
have
this ship,
one
damn it.
job on this ship, Ensign.
And he almost screwed up the first time he did it.
Which we should be giving him stuff, because this is like the second or third time he's appeared, so...
Okay, well, at the end of this, we'll give him something.
Were the rest of you guys waiting for me?
No, it's fine. Yeah, we're planning our away team, so we're gonna. Would you say Yeah, what would you say, Blue?
I don't remember.
You're going. It's 2-man security team. Thazareth, Alvarado, and I think Rogeson.
And Rogeson, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think we'll need Alvarado on the away team. We just need him as to ferry us down there.
Oh yeah, no, he's not going on the away team. His engineering is 3. But yeah, his security is crap. So.
What about Dr. Jar?
My security is 2, engineering 3, science 4.
Is there a situation that would necessitate a medical officer on the away team, in your opinion?
Do a insight medicine, Dr. Jar.
Okay.
Difficulty
When any of my folk...
Xenobiology will apply.
Success!
Okay, so you are aware that female Orions particularly give off a pheromone which may affect people in terms of manipulating them to do what they want.
Oh, we're getting to that part. Okay.
I'm gonna want to inoculate all the males,
Here's the
Mike?
here's
except
a
for
question.
Safan because Vulcans are immune.
So here's a question. How does that work on those who do not have an attraction to Orion females? Because you got 2 officers on board who don't.
Yeah, on the senior staff.
Well, firstly, they're not on the away team, but if ever did come
Yeah.
up, well, then I've got an idea.
I'm still
know
gonna
I'm do
inoculate
it.
you.
I mean, I'm not going. I don't care.
I'm still
Reason-
inoculating all the males that are going.
the only reason why I'm bringing it up is because Kacharo's going to point out that if you need an engineer who specifically is capable of handling this kind of skill set, it's not him or anyone in engineering, it's the one in his quarters right now.
Who probably needs to stay in his quarters.
Yeah. Hey, Doc, would you have to inoculate yourself?
No.
Yeah, you would, because it has different effects on women. If I remember correctly, causes
headaches.
and then them
Headaches.
to pass
Yeah,
out.
that's right. That's right.
Oh,
It
okay,
does
yeah.
cause headaches.
Inoculation for everybody is probably the safest.
Yeah. Just in case. So we can avoid any more awkward questions. Oh god, this is still here.
All
But
right.
then maybe we should take the doctor instead of Roxon? Or both?
I would prefer to minimize the number of crew members placed in harm's way.
Let's go with the doctor.
Indeed.
Just in case something happens, and just to give something to do.
Very well.
Felt bad last time.
All right. So
Yeah, Alvarado's going on his first away mission.
the Klingon Captain McCool stands up, and his fellow Klingons who are standing by the wall, not sitting down in the two comfortable Federation seats.
Doctor,
they-
we will need to inoculate the Klingons as well.
Definitely.
Just prepare it and I'll administer it.
I'm going to prepare a hypo spray that's enough for the Klingon crew and hand it over to the captain.
So the captain goes and applies. I will just make a medicine roll for him just in case.
Oh no, he's into a complication.
He's just going to stab the hyperspray into the other Klingon.
That's not how you use it. That's not how you use it.
Okay,
Oops.
that is going to be enough. He only needed 1 success and he barely got it.
That's a relief.
So, he presses the button. You do, Dr. Jar, as you're paying attention, you do see him correctly administer the inoculant to each, and then throws it back, like more of a lob than a toss, but he throws it back at you.
Okay.
Are we
All right,
done
Commander.
now?
I believe we are. No one else, anything to add? We can
Yeah.
finally get his away team going.
I'll see you down there. So just to be clarify, is he going in your shuttle or is he bringing his own? Like what was the plan that you guys had made?
I don't think we could all fit in the runabout.
Runabouts are pretty big, but yeah.
Runabouts can hold up to 40 people.
Oh, then I don't know what I'm talking about.
We can
I
do the
mean,
runabout.
Yeah, the runabout crew is for 4, but you can fit up to, I think, 4 more passengers comfortably
Yeah, you can. It's a Winnebago in space.
with labs.
Barf not included.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we can. Let's do that. Beam over to our ship. We'll just take the. Yeah.
Alright, so everyone's aboard the. Which one are you taking? The Irma or the Boulder?
Probably the Neverwinter.
Get out. Just get out.
There is no gate, so you can't. You know that's the problem with that one.
Alrighty. We'll take the Loki.
As long as it doesn't turn into a snake and then try to stab us, we're fine.
Charlie Control's going, your
Kablard!
royal pain in the ass.
Oh, that was your one.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Yeah. Yeah, what do we get? Whatever your choice, guys.
I think the Irma's the one that we have all fitted out. So.
The Irma's the one with the weapons pod on it, so.
Might be the more useful.
And if you guys want to take any equipment or weaponry, now's the time.
I'm grabbing something from my quarters before I leave.
Stun grenades.
Who's going on this again?
Me.
Doctor, me, Safan, Rogeson, Alvarado.
No, we're not
And
taking
two
Rogeson because we're taking the doctor instead.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right. So,
let's stay on the ship.
Doctor, me, Safan, Alvarado, and 2 security personnel.
Okay.
As well as the 3 Klingons, so you can decide to be a Klingon security or a Federation security if you really wanted to.
Nah, I'm probably gonna just like half pass out back here. I'm good.
Alright, so everyone boards into the Irma. Alvarado takes his seat.
They're not gonna like shoot at us from the ground, right? Which is what Alvarado's asking.
We would have detected ground emplacements more than likely.
Yeah,
Okay.
there is on the surface there is no sign that there is anything happening. It looks just like a frozen wasteland from the surface.
Yeah, Alvarado takes a deep breath before taking off.
I point out a place for him to land, kind of close but not too close.
Alright.
I don't know, fly casual.
Just go with it. It's fine.
Let's give him a difficulty 1 con check.
Okay. Control con.
Control con with the shuttlecraft's engines con.
Right on. This falls under helm operations. Sweet.
Okay, another momentum.
Oh, and the ship? The Irma.
The Irma.
Who wants to roll for the Irma?
What is the Irma rolling?
Engines con.
Sweet.
And the third momentum. Even the cold, there isn't actually much of an atmosphere to the there is actually no. That was incorrect. There is an atmosphere, but it's very very strong winds, ice, very miniature hail, like ice in the air being tossed and turned about, and even and through that
It's very loud inside the runabout right now.
Yeah, it's very loud. A lot of very minuscule impacts on the shields. No damage, no reduction to the energy of the shields, but a lot of miniature impacts are happening as the shuttlecraft comes in and lands without incident.
Whew.
I imagine the shuttle's deflectors would mitigate most of the noise, but
Yeah, there's a lot of hail. Yeah, Alvaro just takes a deep exhale and goes, "Okay, we've landed, Commander."
indeed. We'll set up a 5 and 25 perimeter around the shuttlecraft. And then we were going to use the ship's phasers to drill that hole, weren't we?
I believe so.
I
Yes.
believe you were going to use the was it the Valkyries or the shuttlecrafts?
I thought it was the shuttle.
Okay, well, I can go with the shuttles as long as they'll be powerful enough. The Valkyrie's phasers might be overkill, so...
Yeah, no, that's fine. We can do the shuttle. So I guess before we landed, we did that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Stefan, do you want to do the shot with the
Yeah.
Irmas?
Can I help him with calibration?
Yes. Give me a reason science.
All right. Shipboard tactical systems focus apply here.
That will apply.
All right. And taking a momentum and rolling.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez. Question, would my survival play into this?
Actually, yes, I will allow that because your part of survival is using phasers and other stuff in unusual ways. So,
Oh,
Holy
Shit.
crap.
I think we just maxed out momentum. We didn't even roll for the ship yet.
and technically I reduced the difficulty of cold environments by 1, so...
Okay, what's Irma?
Technically still in the shuttlecraft, though.
yeah,
So,
so weapons
Yeah.
security for the Irma.
I got it.
We maxed
7.
momentum, obviously.
Yeah.
6. Yeah, we put that hole exactly where we wanted.
Okay, so
Do we have any floating momentum?
You do have 1 floating momentum.
We could probably create an advantage if we felt like it.
Can we create an advantage that that maybe it drilled right into one of their chambers and took out the dampener?
All right, let's roll damage first before I will allow that.
Okay. Let me pull up the Irma.
What does the phaser? Look up what the phaser thing for the Irma.
It's not as much damage as the other ones. Let's see, shipboard combat.
Because there's also because they've got the module on it.
Yeah, so remember a few months back when the sheets all changed?
Yeah. So it'll be under
See,
space
there-
frames?
They have it's above space frames. It's phaser banks, energy, range, medium, 4 damage die, versatile 2,
A single damage die, you said?
4 damage
Oh.
die.
Oh, there's the new plus
what's
runabout, yeah.
What's the shuttle security rating? 1, so 3, but basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
I just
And
threw it in.
and then we also have micro torpedoes. While you got it open, I'll put that stuff in.
Okay. All right, rolling phasers.
Okay.
2, 3, 5. 5 damage. Not bad for a little shuttle phaser.
All right. With that, I will allow you to use your versatile to do that. So you still got 1 floating momentum to use.
I mean, if we took down the dampening field, that kind of defeats the purpose of the away team.
No, it means we can call in reinforcements.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything we can do with that last momentum.
So just pump it into damage if you want to.
We do it quietly.
Yeah, that's not possible. But
No, we are going in the loud. There's not really any
yeah.
stopping that.
So
And maybe we could hit. Ooh, I don't want to hit a power cord. I could make things explode. Maybe a power junction.
Oh, I made a mistake. Also, you guys, we have the attack module on, right?
yep.
Yeah.
Add +2 damage die to the runabout systems.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's security. So
It rolled.
the phasers do 5 base.
Yeah. I
Plus
just-
2 challenge die. Yeah.
All right, done.
Yep.
Holy crap! This runabout packs a wallop.
Okay, I will be rolling the extra
Should probably
two
take out a
challenge
Daenerys
dice.
with it.
Okay. So no extra damage as well on what was rolled, which is enough. With Cesaris' knowledge of survival in the cold weather, she knows just how to set phasers to pierce through ice and cold, snowy water, and without any effort, the Oma basically vaporizes the water in the ice, drives it all away, and pierces through the exterior shell of the base before you're able to cut it off. You have a way in. There does seem to be... There's enough air pressure in here that with the environment... actually, no, you wouldn't know that yet, so never mind.
All right.
Yeah, what are you gonna? So you've gained entrance, and yeah, as far as all you know is that you've gained entrance.
All right, guys, it's up to you.
I believe they know we knocked on their door, Commander.
Indeed. I'm gonna. How deep is this hole now?
I think it was like 600 feet.
Or
Yeah, about
300 meters.
200 meters, 600 feet.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 650.
So I'm gonna set a 10-second timer on one of the stun grenades and chuck it down. And then after that, I would suggest we start repelling.
All right. Give me a reason security.
Reason security coming up. Once again, gonna steal a momentum on this one.
What's the difficulty?
2.
Okay. Is my infiltration or espionage focus apply?
No.
They're going in too loud for that. Okay.
Okay. So you get the distance, and as it just so happens, you've timed it perfectly. The grenade goes off, and as far as you're aware, if it's within the range, you haven't done a scan, so you can't confirm. But if the thing was in range, then it should have been destroyed. It should have been disabled.
All right. I'll lead. I'll go first on the repel.
All right. So that is going to have to be control security or daring.
What's that?
Daring or control security.
I'm definitely going to do control. What's my difficulty?
The difficulty will be 2.
Okay. And can Thazerath assist in terms of setting up the repel?
Okay. So,
Like putting the spike in the ice, all that good stuff?
Yep. Survival will apply for the focus in that as well.
All right, and how am I assisting? Reason something?
So this, let's say reason security. Or yeah, reason security.
All right. Ooh,
All right.
not a great roll.
3 successes from me.
Hey.
Okay, so you set up the tether, um, uh, set up to repel, and Safan, you make it down without any issue.
Nice.
It'll now be. I didn't say a difficulty for that, did I?
No, but repelling's pretty easy stuff.
Yeah. So I will say it's now 2. It was 2, so you back up to full momentum, and from now on, it's all difficulty 1 to go down.
Nice.
Actually, that would be reduced. Yeah, difficulty 1.
Okay. And I'm gonna I'm gonna start scanning, doing a tactical scan while everyone else is coming down.
Okay, do a
Reason security.
reason security. Yeah.
Okay. What's my difficulty?
The difficulty will be 1.
Okay.
Okay, so you get that?
I would not be at all unhappy if there were already unconscious bodies down here.
What you scan, with firstly you've been able to confirm that either the phaser beam or the grenade that you dropped has disabled the beam, the scattering effect.
Mhm.
So you're able to clearly see that there are 2 Orion life signs. They are
Only
now
2.
together.
Just 2 or 2 groups?
Just 2.
Oh wow.
Dr. Shar, I believe you should go next.
And actually, Kalani is a rock climber. So,
Nice.
yeah. I don't think I have like a formal focus in it, but I can use my join talent to like give myself one.
Might as well.
Like give like a caving or like a mountaineering focus here.
Spelunking focus.
Spelunking focus, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, cool. All right, focus that applies. What's the difficulty?
Oh,
2?
1.
1.
1. Oh, okay, cool.
All
Oh.
right.
I didn't roll the right stats.
No, that's insight medicine.
Yeah, what am I doing? Fitness,
Either control security or daring security, I think you said.
control
Yeah.
security, yeah.
All right. Well, you rolled a 7, so that will apply
Okay.
either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, her second roll ain't too shabby either.
All right, you make it down there with absolutely no issue. You get the sense of, with the extra 2, I'm going to give you an advantage. That yeah, I'm just going to say I don't know what advantage to give you. If you can come up with an idea for me.
What are we trying to do? Like,
You basically apprehend the Orions is the idea.
right, but we have to get through this cave.
Well, through the rappel, you're basically there in the base. At the bottom, there's a bit of a phaser scorching to the bottom where you are, but once you land, you're basically in the base.
Okay. I think we should get an advantage of like stealth or something.
I don't think you have the advantage after blowing up the
Um,
base.
What I will... Okay.
I got it. You guys have an advantage of being able to navigate and identify where like things are damaged and where not to step.
Okay.
Ooh, that's good.
That would make
Mhm.
sense.
All right. That with your caving experience and with the roll, I'm going to give that to you. So who's going down next?
Commander Safan, I believe the Klingons should probably go next.
Yeah, probably so.
All right. I will roll for them. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
So the Klingon sort of gets... The first Klingon gets halfway down and slips and falls. Everyone that's down there, can you give me a insight security check?
what's the difficulty?
The difficulty will be one.
One
It'll
because
be
he's
one.
On
Yes.
the way down.
At least it wasn't
Wait,
one of our
I
red
should've rolled
shirts.
2 dice. Damn it. Sorry, let me just roll one more. All right.
well,
I had to blow the streak sooner or later, y'all.
Okay. Dr. Jar.
Hmm.
well,
All right.
Jesus Christ, we tried.
So everyone. Ooh, 5 damage.
I'm glad we brought
From
Dr.
a
Jar with us.
falling, from a falling
That's
Klingon.
enough to have that we're gonna have to spend momentum to avoid injuries.
Yeah.
That's a this is one of the Klingon guys, right?
Yeah, just one of the. This isn't Captain Cool. This is one of his Klingon warriors that have joined him.
Oh,
I-
Dr. Jar's there.
I just watch him fall, and then I just do a slow head turn to look towards the captain.
The
Who is
captain's
not on the away team?
No,
I
but
meant
the Klingon captain.
The Klingon captain.
Oh.
He like sighs heavily and face palms.
Well, we're gonna spend momentum to avoid injury.
And he says, "Now you see why I asked your assistance."
I'm assuming the Klingon who fell is dead.
He is.
Well, although that might depend on like how far he actually fell too, I suppose.
I'm gonna say that he took 4 damage, so he is hurt, but he's
We
not.
softened his landing.
Yes, he softened his landing.
Commander Safan.
I have endured worse, Commander.
Perhaps the rest of the Klingons should wait up here.
Ghost of
concur.
Kagon. Ghost of Kagon is in all of these Klingons.
One of them is his dad.
True story.
I am Kagon, son of the Klingon who fell in the ice.
So spending the momentum, you guys stave off the injury. You are hurting. You think there's some like you're pretty sure you got a broken bone, Stefan. I'm gonna say that Dr. Jar has a badly dislocated shoulder. But the Klingon, with his redundancies, seems to have survived with little. He still took heavy fall, but no,
Yeah.
it doesn't look as bad shape as you guys do.
Doctor, your shoulder.
I'll be okay.
Do you require assistance popping it back into place?
Yes, to get the leverage needed, I can't do it myself.
Be ready. This will hurt.
So,
And she just nods quickly.
all right. So this will be Dr. Jha doing medicine with an assist from Safan. So Safan will be control security.
Okay. My medicine's actually a 3.
Jha will be doing. I think
Control medicine?
control or insight. And the control medicine.
Okay. And I'll use my focus in emergency medicine.
Yep, that will apply. Okay, that you get the momentum back that you lost. And the shoulder pops back in. It's still very sore, but it as you gently move it around, it seems to have reseated itself properly.
Thanks.
And now let's do an injury on medicine check on Savan to try and bandage his injury up.
Okay. What's our roll?
Same roll for Jha. I'm gonna say you've got composure, don't you?
I do.
I'm gonna say control command.
Control command. Okay. And is she assisting or am I assisting?
You are assistant. She's doing the medicine check. You are basically keeping still and
Got it.
Okay. All right. What's wrong with him?
broken leg. I think I said, didn't I? Some broken bone.
Broken bone of some sort.
Okay. Now this is going to hurt even more. I go to set it. Oh, no
Okay,
bueno.
that is enough. With a different 2, you're able to set it. It's gonna sting. It hurts like anything after the initial impact, but it comes down to a smolder. You're gonna need to.
I'm gonna splint it up.
Yeah, spend some time in sick bay.
Doctor, that will not be necessary until we are back aboard the ship.
Splint it? Yes, it is.
Splint.
You still have to walk on it.
Yeah, splinting would.
Very well.
Yeah, is a basic first aid kind of thing.
And she's going to also like put Savan's arm over her shoulders because she's experienced with like rock climbing and caving and stuff.
All right. So,
all right. Now, do we want the rest of the Klingons to try?
Although, would I have an emergency first aid kit on hand that would allow me to heal a broken bone?
I believe you get a medical kit.
You would.
Yeah, I would
You should
probably
have one
had a
standard on
medical.
every away mission.
I should have one.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say you've reseeded the bone and healed it. It's still a bit weak because this is a handheld emergency kind of pack, but it will do as long as.
Still splint it as a precaution.
Yeah, it's like walking on it, but if like someone like tries to focus on the attack on that area, then it's gonna easily break again. with enough force applied. All right, so
Commander Dr. Shar, I suggest perhaps you vacate the area while the rest of us attempt to rappel down.
Wise advice. Let us establish a perimeter clear of the impact zone, as it were.
all right, so you move further into the room. There's a gaping hole in the ceiling where the phaser pierced through, but from the looks of it, the roof does seem to be intact and does seem to be provide enough support for whatever cracking and ice stuff that is an issue is being kept as bay for now. So there's a door that's in front of you, but it's closed. There seems to be consoles, but whatever consoles there were have been disabled. It doesn't look like they're in functioning capacity right now.
Any sign of the Orions?
No. And you know they're basically on the other side of the complex right now.
Okay.
From your scan, you don't know. I'm going to say you're keeping an eye on. They don't seem to be moving. All right. So it's now the second Klingon warrior comes down as a cool sort of snarls at him to try and do better. And yes, he did much better. And makes his way down without any issue and steps out of the way into the room as well. Draws... The warriors have both got their disruptor pistols out and have got them basically trained at the door at the moment. Alright, now it's Captain Mupwl's turn. And he is going to... Since he is an ally, can he use a momentum?
Yes.
Yes.
I just dropped my mouse. So that was the noise that happened. Okay. So,
At least he got maybe one success.
yeah, he got one success. The other two are not. So he makes it down with a bit of problems. The cold seems to be affecting him more than he thought it might. But it's taking a bit of time. But he's made it down there, and is now he's gone into the room as well, and he's got his disruptor pistol out, waiting.
Stefan, do you want these two security officers to stay up here to guard the shuttle and the exit?
Have them remain in the shuttle. As long as we've established a perimeter, I would prefer to limit their exposure to the cold.
All right, I'm on my way down.
And with the orders being passed on, the two Federation security officers take their post within the shuttlecraft. They're keeping. They've got a. Actually, I'm going to roll for it. See if they're going to try and get a lock on people with the transporter beams. Now that that's going to be okay. They're struggling to get a lock, but
All right, what am I rolling to get down?
so it's either daring or control and security.
All right.
Take a momentum if you need to.
And what's the difficulty?
Just one.
All right. Do I have a focus?
But I'm going to say survival applies.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna take a momentum then. Please don't fall.
Oh my god.
Good
Of course.
Spend 2
God.
momentum
You want
to
to
re-roll.
Yeah, or determination to reroll all of them.
Yeah, can I use my determination to reroll that?
Okay, what value are you
Uh,
choosing?
calm under pressure.
Okay,
I'm
that
in
will
Dorian,
work.
and I'm not gonna put up with this crap.
Yeah, this is bullshit. This is
Okay,
racist.
re-roll with your determination.
There we go. And also, I'm gonna re-roll my challenge dice to see if I get my determination.
Oh, please, 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 please.
Sweet.
Oh
Okay.
I don't know why I rolled 2, but okay.
Yeah, both.
All
both
right.
it's-
weird.
All right. So you still have your determination, and you're looking. You're saying something to the. Who's left up there? It's just.
Just the
Just
security
our
detail and Alvarado.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alvarado's not going, so yeah, you guys are all good.
So you look back and see as the security officers return back into the shuttle. Alvarado never left, and
Yeah.
He's very happy inside the shuttle where it's
yeah.
safe.
You reach out to grab where you're pretty sure the rope is, but and lean on it, but you miss as you do so and start falling in. But you grab onto the rope and manage to hold. Manage to steady yourself in the fraction of your reaction time.
Grumbling the whole way down that you're too old for this shit.
Yeah, basically. Just like slowly repelling, going, Klingon's moving my stuff. I can't already see well enough. I hate this.
And as you take the breath, you slowly you make your way down with no further issue.
All right. I join the rest of the group.
Okay, I take it everyone knows where the Orions are. Did you reveal that to everyone? They still haven't moved from where they were originally.
Are you asking Safan?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Again. Then the Klingons start taking point and moving down through where.
I'm not well versed in tactics, but does this seem like a trap?
It does seem a little bit too easy, Commander.
By this time, the
concur.
Klingons are already out of the door and making their way to where the Orions are. Nothing seems to have been set off or trapped so far.
I mean, I'll follow them. Kind of signal to the rest of the away team to kind of hang back a little bit until we've kind of secured the area.
Okay, so as the Klingons arrive first, there's there's one of the warriors right outside the door, and then you, and then one of the other warriors, and then Captain Cool. This from your scans, they're still right there. What are you going to do from there?
You said the Orions are where the scanner said they would be? or are not?
They, as far as you can tell, they're still there.
Letting the Klingons take point, and we'll proceed.
All right, the Klingons burst in. The two warriors go first. Captain Nicole and you shortly thereafter. There are the two Romulans. This room is fairly
Two
small.
Romulans?
Romulan.
Sorry, two Orions.
God damn it!
My mistake. Sorry. I had Romulans on the mind for, I guess, obvious
Can't
reasons.
imagine why.
So yeah, the room itself is fairly small. It looked like some kind of storage chamber that is actually empty. There doesn't seem to be anything much in it, apart from a male and a female Orion. The female is sort of hiding behind the male, like in a protect me kind of pose, as they glare at each, at the Klingons and and you. They have disruptors, but they are not drawn.
What's the Klingon captain's name again?
Captain Akul.
Captain Mupwl, it appears we have located your bounty.
Seems we have. Yeah, he's just going to raise his disruptor pistol and fire.
Wow.
And I'm gonna use my determination to interrupt that, actually, and grab his firing hand before he can fire.
All right, roll. This will be a post check.
Yep.
So roll daring security, and Cool will roll daring security as well.
Okay. And I'm going to take a momentum here, if that's all right, guys.
Cool's going to take a momentum as well.
He can take a threat if he wants
actually,
to.
he will take threat because this is okay.
I'm not giving him momentum for this.
He is taking using a threat.
Okay, and actually, let me rephrase. I'm just going to do a nerve pinch as soon as I see him bring up the gun.
All right.
Night night.
So he still gets the opportunity to oppose. So do your roll.
Okay.
+2.
3 successes.
All right. So that is 3.
Did you use your determination?
I used that to act before he could fire.
Oh, I see.
That is a tie, which means it goes to you, Safan.
All right. Here comes the damage.
All right. He is.
And what does intense do? That makes it harder to resist the damage or something, doesn't it?
Intense means it costs more for them to spend to resist the injury.
And that's 1, 2. That's 5. Huh.
Yep. So you do injure him, but he's taking the threat and powering through and still firing.
Wow.
How close are the doctor and I?
Close enough to hear the shot. Can I spend 2 momentum to create a disadvantage to him? I
will allow that to make it more difficult to fire.
Right. Yeah, I want to increase his difficulty by 2 if I can do that.
I think I'm just going to increase it by 1, but I will say because of what you've just done, you've pushed the disruptor off course, and he has to readjust
while suffering a nerve pinch.
Yeah. So he's rolling 3. No, he's okay. That is 2 crits and a success. So that's down threat to 6. And let's roll damage. I don't have this sheet, but it'll be 7 and 1. Okay, and it is intent. It is a vicious one.
Vicious,
so,
yep.
Yeah. So 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9.
That would be correct. 9 damage.
And
Cool.
that is going to knock out the Romulan male. Actually,
What?
Orion?
Again with the
right,
Romulan.
so
And knockout? I didn't realize Disruptors had a stun setting.
yeah, well, take out the Orion, who sort of just fizzles into nothing. She responds by directly attacking Commander Akul with her fingers. She is leaping at him. And she's also going to spend a threat. And actually, no, she is going to... Yeah, this is what she's going to do. She is actually going to pull a hidden dagger that she had and stab...
Sense.
And stab Akul. So, roll... there we go. Okay, that's 2. Yes, that's going to be 2. And Captain Akul...
He gets to oppose that.
He gets to oppose that. And she succeeds. So the dagger is intense, but it's only going to be 4 damage. Okay. So
2, 3, 4, 5. That's on top of the 5 stress damage he already took from the nerve pinch. How's he feeling right now?
He's going to be bleeding out right now. He crumbles to the floor unconscious.
Nicely done, Safan. You may have just gotten a major NPC killed.
Whoop.
That's what the doctor's for. Besides, he fired first. I have no sympathy.
And she is going...
That being said, I am going to pull up my phaser up and tell everyone in the room to stand down.
And actually, she's going to leg it. She's running using 2 of the momentum to give herself a swift action.
You mean threat?
2 threat, yes. I did spend the threat. But she is running. She is moving out of there as quickly as she can. And back to... I'm going to say back to a Federation turn, since apparently we have now 3 sides in this conflict.
Oh boy.
Don't betray our allies.
A bit too late for that.
Aren't we still fighting with them, though? Technically.
Technically, you're in combat.
No, I mean,
She means at
Federation
war.
versus the Klingons.
That hasn't quite started yet.
Gotcha.
Just
What?
for the sake of the story, I think.
What?
Did that?
No. That's season 4. We're well into that war.
I was gonna say.
It was from what I read. It was late season 4 that it actually started.
No,
Well, I
it was
mean,
early season 4,
It started with Way of the Warrior. It was
which is the first episode.
Okay. Well, then my mistake, according the Alpha Memory article that I read, was incorrect.
I mean, I believe, like, the situation is that we're sort of like, it's not an official war yet. It's just like there's open hostilities.
The Kingdom Accords have been pulled.
Yeah.
Things are tenuous.
Okay, are we trying to keep this woman from running away? Is all I want to know.
I would say yes. The objective is to capture the Orions, and they were criminals, as far as I can tell, so yeah.
Mm!
Shoot her. Shoot her and stuff.
Oh! Yeah, I'm gonna try and stun her. When it directly contradicts some stuff, but it's fine.
It's fine.
As long as it's on stun and it's part of the mission objective, it's probably fine.
I mean, you're not hurting them. You're trying to prevent them from getting hurt.
That's fair. Okay.
Just like Safan was trying to prevent them from getting hurt.
So it's control security, right? For
Yes.
firearms?
Yes, for range, it's control security. Difficulty 2.
Cool. Can I take a momentum?
Why?
Oh boy, howdy, yes you can.
Also, Steph, you may want to prepare a charge so that you can do the stun setting.
Oh yes, I will do that. I will take a minor
Phasers are
action
always
to
on
do
stun.
that.
You have to actually do a you have to do something to make him kill. Phasers are
Oh.
default set to stun.
Okay.
I will use a minor action to aim.
So one of the things.
All right.
Yeah, go for it. 3 dice, and because you aimed, you got 1 reroll.
Wow!
Okay,
Determination.
re-roll the complication. Because you've got.
No, I don't have. No, I
aim.
don't have
That's
cautious.
what, that's what aim allows you.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
What? Determination.
What?
I mean, you're not hitting unless you get a 1.
No, I just missed.
Well, that's better than it could have been.
Okay, so the
Jeez,
phaser just strikes the wall behind her as she runs past. Actually, at this point, she's going to be outside of view, so.
I was under the impression that this area only had like 1 exit. Was I mistaken?
Well, it's an underground base, so there's a room that leads into a corridor. There are many doors off that corridor, but the room where they were in.
Yeah, aren't the doctor and I in that corridor? We never entered the room.
Yeah. So she had a minor action, and then you basically use the threat to do another minor action. So she's while you got your shot off while she was running through the corridor, but now she's gone through a different door and out and out of visual sight.
Why don't you guys just beam her up to the ship?
I mean, if we can, yeah.
Because that would require being smart.
Well, that and the campaign is running a little long tonight,
Okay.
so.
I will. Oh wait, no, I'm done my turn.
Yeah. I mean,
all right. So
Kalani's got an action here coming up.
the Klingons.
Yeah, Kalani.
The Klingons have their turn. What are they gonna do?
They're going to stand down is what they're going to do, because that's what they've been told to do.
I'm gonna roll, see what they do.
All right. Do you want me to roll a control command?
So they rolled a complication, which means they made the worst decision possible, and they're going to attack Safan.
Okay, hold up. Because I said stand down, implying I was telling them to stand down. If you want that roll to mean something, we can make an opposed check and you put my
Okay.
control and command
Oh,
against something on their side
Fine,
and have
all
them
right.
fail that
you
roll.
do your roll. So that'll be persuasion. That'll be presence command.
Presence command. All right. Okay.
Fuck!
Okay, so with
You
the
want to determine-
complication, they are going to attack you. Because not
Okay.
only... you're going to use a threat.
They're doing hand to hand or ranged?
Hand. So that's a 2. Success. So,
Okay. I'm going to spend a momentum, and if that's all right with you guys.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
okay.
That's 3.
3. You're able to turn the tide on them. So roll your damage.
All right. Unarmed strike is 1 plus security. So okay.
It's a knockdown at least.
Yeah, that's true. I can spend a momentum to re-roll the other 3.
Yep. So
Yeah.
you can
Yeah, let me do that.
spend the momentum you just gained to re-roll 3 dice.
No, it's a little better. Not the 5 damage I was hoping for, but
That's 4. Yeah.
All right. So you as the Klingon went to basically just punch you using your Vulcan strength and athleticism, you turned the power back on himself and essentially made him punch himself.
I said stand down.
At which point he just tumbles to the ground, prone, but not unconscious.
But if you want to, fall down, that's okay too.
I think it's Kalani's turn then.
Yeah.
It is the Orions first, but now
How many actions is this Orion gonna get?
Yeah, no, Kalani hasn't gone at all.
Yeah.
Oh
Kalani
wait,
is
it
here.
is still the round. So yes, hang on. So you
Yeah,
are
yeah.
right. So Kalani gets.
I want to try and knock the Klingon out with a hypo spray.
All right. I'm
The
gonna
one that attacks Safan.
The one that's on the
he's already on
ground.
the ground.
Well,
Yeah,
is he
he's already on the
unconscious though?
No,
No.
but he's on the ground. All also wanted to do is point a phaser at him, tell him not to move.
Okay. Well,
And there's another one that's standing up.
I'm not really sure what I can do here.
Um,
That's
phaser?
the thing.
Yeah, the Orion. She should have a phaser. She's on the away team. Everyone gets a phaser.
Yeah, but I am not risking shooting anything right now. Like my
Plus, she's
That's
out of
fair.
sight.
Is the transport inhibitor down?
Yeah.
Yes.
It'd be possible for you to contact a ship and have them beam up the lone Orion.
Just focus on the combat. We'll resolve that. I'm going to assume that she's going to be beamed up.
Okay.
You won't. Just focus on the combat.
There is still one standing. There is one standing Klingon.
So you can try to administer.
Yeah, I'll see if I can knock him out.
Okay. So this
Just
will
come
be.
come up from behind and I'm going to use my determination.
Okay. Do a daring medicine check with your determination, and I'm going to say, what focus? Will you get a focus?
Probably not.
Xenobiology?
Actually, yes. I will give you xenobiology as a
Okay,
focus.
and then I'm going to use the value. Challenges are just opportunities in disguise. And what's the
Okay,
what's the difficulty?
So it'll be it's an opposed difficulty. So he will try to stop you from applying the medicine, but it'll be daring
Is it
medicine.
okay with you guys if I buy a threat so I can get an extra die?
Go for it.
Do we?
Do we what? It doesn't matter if he has 2 or 3 at this point.
No, go for it.
Okay. Oh, for fuck's
So
sake!
you still have the determination, so that's 3.
I took a cautious. I took a momentum, or actually no, that would be
But a
bold.
threat,
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see.
But that
how
is 3 successes because you spent your determination on it.
That's true.
Okay. It's not rolling. Or did I type it wrong? There we go. Okay, that is definitely not enough to beat your 3 successes. So,
He's probably just out.
so do 2 plus your medicine, whatever that is.
So 7 challenge
Yep.
dice,
Ooh, nice.
and it's non-lethal. Just so everybody knows.
Do it
Oh,
again.
roll again.
That's a malfunction.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh boy!
All right, so
He's down hard.
he's down. You press the button on your hyper spray. The Klingon didn't even know what was happening. He was too focused on Safan to realize that you were also a threat. And a second later, he's just down on the floor. As the rest of you examine, you find that the Orion has already been beamed up into the brig of the Valkyrie. And what do you want to do with the Klingons?
We should probably stabilize the one that's bleeding out.
All right, so
Yes.
Dr. Jar, do another medicine roll.
All right, control medicine this time.
Control medicine.
Xenobiology focus apply.
Xenobiology focus will apply. Effectively, this is going to be a minor surgery. But yeah, you stitch him up. With the tools, you're able to do a real good job of returning things to what they were. The skin, there doesn't even seem to be a scar left after you're
Okay.
done. You're a
We
bit
should get
bloody.
some momentum too.
Yeah, you're a bit bloody, but yes, you get 2 momentum from that. And you're a bit your hands are a bit bloody, but everything's fine. You're not sure what's going to happen after he wakes up, but
I believe that is a problem for Lieutenant Commander Safan to deal with.
He'll be in the brig too.
Yeah. Firing on unarmed people, that's really something.
well,
That's
it's
a
like-
Especially when their orders were to capture, not kill.
Yeah, the Klingons, as long as it's victory, it doesn't matter what they do.
all right, just to wrap everything up because we are going over time. Not going to make you roll anymore. But I will say that after treatment, you sort of convince Captain O'Cool that it's better that this Orion is in Federation custody. If he does, like that, he's not going to sort of challenge you after almost literally licking his wounds.
I also remind him that his class of ship is also probably the same class, the same type as it's in the same what do we call it?
Same scale.
It's in the same scale as the Daredex, and you saw what happened to one of those.
Yeah, the power of the Valkyrie is well understood, not only of the ship, but of the crew themselves. And so Captain Nicole leaves the Valkyrie with actually respect. Like, he is a bit, wounded. His pride is wounded, and maybe that is going to be something that comes out later, but
I almost want to give him the threat just because he might take it in the proper Klingon fashion.
What's
And if
that?
he ever, I almost want to give him a threat, like not like a threat, but like tell him that if he ever messes with my crew again, I will personally tear his throat out.
But yeah, you there is still respect, and
But it's just mostly the Klingon, they
yeah.
kind of expect that.
Yeah, for the most part, he takes it pretty well. And with the unconscious warrior who's basically being helped by the other warrior, they've been back to their shuttle, to their ship, and soon warp out of the system. And now you have an Orion ship, Orion female, which we're just going to say that you left them with security on the station when you get there. So thank you for that, for joining us for this slightly longer than expected one-shot.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge. We'll join you next week with Cassini Project.